Alright, so this is going to start the bed training. So first on our little tour that we're going to do, these are our level 1 laydowns, as you can see. This is a Passion 34 Ergoline bed. It has all UVB rays, and this bed produces a melanin pigment which gives the skin a base tan color. It has a 15-minute max time. It includes 34 total lamps or bulbs if you prefer. It has 120 watts of power. It also includes the Bodyform acrylic for comfort. So you can see on the end there, there's a little rest for your head. You also can't see this very well, but the middle of the bed is rounded so that your legs are spread apart so the insides get tan as well. And then there are also body fans and facial ventilation for your optimal temperature so that you're not uncomfortable while you're tanning. So we'll just do a full shot of the bed. Here's what it looks like underneath. So when you're laying down, this is what you see. Here is the menu for it. To turn on, simply press the start button, which is right there. To adjust the fan, which is really the only thing you can do on these beds, you highlight the fan button as it already is, and then you'll just press the up arrow. The fans are already on low, they're max on low, so usually customers do turn them up. However, these beds aren't used often, and they don't get super hot, so a lot of times customers just leave them on low. And then here are the fans that are there for customers. But yeah, and then when the customer is inside the bed, they just pull it shut, and it looks like this. Alright, the next stop we're going to make on our little tour, these are our level 2 laydowns. Sorry, this room's kind of small, so it's hard to get all of it on camera. But this is our Affinity 500 bed. It's also an Ergoline. This has UVB body bulbs and UVA facial bulbs. So the square bulbs on the top, let's see, right there, there, and there. Those are our UVA bulbs, and then the rest of them that you see that are long and skinny, those are UVB. This bed produces a melanin pigment at a quicker rate than the level 1s. Okay, so like I was saying, this bed produces melanin pigment at a quicker rate than the level 1s. That is because this bed provides oxygen to the skin, giving it a much darker color. It's a 12-minute max time. There's 46 lamps total throughout the bed. It's 160 watts, and there's 3 facial lamps. It also has the Bodyform acrylic, which you can kind of see up there. Walk a little closer, here you go. You can see there's like a little rest for your head, and then you can't really tell, but then at the end you can kind of see there's spaces so your legs are rolled to the side a little bit so you get even color throughout. There's adjustable facial lamp intensity, so you can, what that means is these bulbs up here, you can turn them down so that they aren't giving as much power out, so that when you're in there, if your face is getting really red, you can turn them down, which is what I do. And then there's ventilation that you can move, so like these move however you want them to, both of these do, and then there's fans throughout the whole bed. And then it's really important to show customers this screen. So right here is the start screen. Sorry, it's hard to find my finger there. Right there is the start screen. This button right here, the one that looks like a jellyfish, is how you turn the facial bulbs down. So you just press it and then press the minus button. This is for the shoulder tanners. It looks just like the shoulder tanner button, which is right there. And then we have our face and our body vents. So to turn those up, they just press the fan button and the up button. And then the time goes right there. So that's pretty much all you need to know for this bed. There is also a voice guide you can turn on or off. So when customers are in here and they press a button, it says you're pressing this and this is what it'll do. So a lot of customers leave that on in case they forget. Okay, so this is our level 3. We have 2 of them, but I'm just going to show you the one. Both of our level 3s are stand-ups. The stand-ups have their own level. This is all UVB bulbs, so as you can see, it's all the long skinny bulbs throughout the whole bed. It's a 10-minute max exposure time. It has 48 total lamps and a 200 wattage, so it is technically our highest wattage bed. So don't tell that to customers because they get confused and think this is our strongest bed, when in reality it's our strongest UVB bed, but there is a huge difference. There is only body ventilation located at the top. You can kind of see the fan up there. And then you can adjust it 9 different levels for optimum temperature. And then this is the start screen, so when the time is set, customers just have to press start, and then they just get in. So they get in, and then they just close the door. And this is all I do. And then, you know, once it's started, the lights obviously come on, so it's not dark in there. But that is the level 3. A lot of customers really like this if they're, you know, trying to get in and out really quickly. Since it is only a 10-minute max time, most people only go about 8. It is rather strong, and a lot of people do tend to burn in this bed because they think they can go the full time, when in reality, since it is a higher wattage, they do have a little bit higher of a chance of burning, especially if they're not using lotion. So that's why it's really important to push lotion for these higher level beds, if not every single level of bed. Alright, so the next stop on our little tour here is our level 4. As you can see, it's huge. Looks a lot bigger than the other beds that we've looked at. So this is a classic 650. We have 2 of them. They're rooms 3 and 7. So on the bottom and the shoulder, and then on the side, they're UVB bulbs. Then on the top, as you can see, they're all UVA. So those same square bulbs that were in the level 2 by the face, they're the same type of bulb. This bed produces melanin pigment as well as providing oxygen for the darker color. So this bed's really awesome. It's a combo bed is what we like to call it here. It's going to give you that immediate pigment from the bottom bulbs, but the top is going to prolong it a lot longer and make it a deeper, nicer tan. There is body ventilation and facial ventilation throughout the entire bed. It's really nice. This bed it's already on high because it gets so warm. We do ask customers to flip halfway through their session so that, you know, they get the best color, because then, you know, both sides of their body are getting both types of bulbs. So if we take a little closer look here, okay, so this is the control screen. So basically, once their time is set, all they have to do is press start, because all of these are already set on, you know, what they should be. The fans are already set on high. The jellyfish button on this bed, however, so that's going to be this one right here. They do not want to touch that because it'll turn all of the bulbs on the top off, not just the face bulbs. The fans are already on high, but for some reason, if they'd like to turn them down, it's going to be this button right here. They just press this, you know, minus button. Also, there is a fan button over here. But pretty much just press start, and it's all ready, set to go for them. Alright, so last stop on our little tour here is the level 5. Also huge. It looks like unlike any other bed that we have in the salon. As we move a little bit closer here, you can see it's all high pressure bulbs, so all the square bulbs. And it's like that on the top as well. But it gives you the effect, it looks like you're floating, as you can see. It's open through there. So this bed, it's called an Open Sun 1050. It's also Ergoline. This gives you your, you know, deepest, darkest color. It's all UVA rays, but the most important thing to know about this bed is that it does not provide any new color. It only darkens the pigment that you've previously produced from the other levels. That means that they've had to use a UVB bed, so any other bed in our salon will work for this. But they had to have used it, you know, at least a couple of times to build up that pigment and then go in this bed, or else it's, you know, not doing a whole lot for them. This has 30 high pressure lamps, a 12-minute max time, and then the body and adjustable face fans for, you know, the best temperature. It also plays really annoying music, as you can hear, and we are unable to turn it off, so you'll just have to get used to that. So for this bed, you know, there is a lot of options, but the only thing they really have to worry about is pressing start. which is just this one right here. Otherwise, if they would like to, you know, decrease their fans, either of these, body, face, just up or down, so very easy. And then if you take a look right here, they're also able to plug in a USB cable to play their own phone music. We have the cable up front, and they just plug it in right here, and then plug it into their phone. Very easy. A lot of customers like that. However, a lot of customers do not know about it, so feel free to mention that to them. You know, it makes their tanning experience a little more personal. So very easy, very cool bed. I'll show you what it looks like when we put it down too, because it looks, you know, pretty cool because there isn't a full top on the top. It is see-through, obviously, but this is what it looks like when it's shut. Kind of looks like a spaceship, but overall, very cool bed.